Oh, hello. It's Paula, cooking from Comare's kitchen. Anyway, I promised I would, excuse me, show you how to make tomato paste. It's so good. From the garden, the tomatoes. I have to give credit to these wonderful tomatoes to Kevin Bird. He gave them to me, and so I'm going to use them, put them to good use. And so what you do is first you core all the tomatoes, and then you cut them with the core side looking out this way. You cut them in half, and then you just keep putting them on the pan here. Okay, so I did it all, so now I'm showing you how to do it like we were in kindergarten or something. Here we go. So we're done with that. So you put them like that. I got some Silpat under there. It keeps things from sticking. I guess you could use parchment paper too, but I like the Silpat that I get at Costco. So now what we're gonna do is that wonderful, gotta see this, look at that, pesto that I made yesterday. Oh, it is so good. I like to kind of spoon it and eat it sometimes, but it's very rich. Anyway, so we're just going to drizzle this homemade wonderful pesto sauce that I made yesterday on top of the tomatoes. Just everybody get some, don't forget anybody. Oh my goodness, this smells good. So we're gonna have this wonderful tomato paste when we're done that you can put on pastas and meats and bruschetta and whatever you like to do. Oftentimes people use it out of the can, those little cans you can get, or out of the tube, but this is best. This will be the best. It takes quite a while to cook too. It takes about 2 to 3 hours because we're going to put it in the oven on 325 and let it break down, and about every half hour I'm going to go in there and chop it up with my spoon, my wooden spoon. So anyway, look at that. Oh my gosh, this is so good. And I just love it. And I store it like I do the pesto. I put it in the little Dixie cups that I get at Cash and Carry, which is now has another name and I can't remember what it is. You'll have to look that up. So look at that. Isn't that wonderful? So colorful too. Looks so Italian, the green and the red. And these yellow tomatoes are super sweet. They're very good too. So all the tomatoes need to be ripe, pretty ripe. I still have some left over there. I didn't have enough room for them to go in there. But that's okay. I'm going to have a tomato sandwich because tomato sandwiches are to die for. Okay, see, this is all you do. This is so easy. Oh, so easy. 325. Should go in the oven. And I'm going to go water my plants and come back in a half hour and mix them up a little bit. So we'll see in a bit. Hi, I'm back. It's been a half hour. Watered my plants. Anyway, I want to say I know there are some people watching this that haven't seen my pesto video. So the pesto video is on my Facebook page and the recipe on there. I used a little over a cup of the pesto to pour on the fresh tomatoes. I wanted to tell you that. Also, the recipe calls for 3 pounds of tomatoes, but I never weigh them. I just put them in the cookie sheet, the jelly roll pan, and however many fits there, that's what I do. And I also want to let you know that this special apron came from my sister Laura Shimshak from Cinque Terre. She brought it back about a month ago. Her daughter lives there in Vicenza, Italy, and hopefully we'll get to go visit her if COVID's not so bad. Anyway, we're gonna go in there and chop these babies up and give them a good stirring. So you're just gonna kind of break them down, because you know I told you it takes 2 or 3 hours for these to cook. So I'm gonna mash, you know, kind of cut into each tomato and all the juice comes out. Don't miss any. Oh, well, if you did, it wouldn't matter, because look at that. Oh, and it smells so good. Yum. I can smell that pesto. Oh, so good, and all that garlic in there. Oh, yeah. This is sinful. Yum. Okay, now I'm done puncturing them. Gonna put them back in for another half hour, and I'm gonna deliver this wonderful artisan bread I made today to our neighbors. So anyway, see you in another half hour. Ciao. Hello, I'm back. And it's been 30 minutes, so, which means an hour actually. See how that's getting real juicy now? See that? And I'm just gonna mush it around. Yeah, it's real juicy, but it's gonna get dried out because it's gonna be in there another hour. Just moving it around. My husband said, "Do you really need to show him that?" And I go, "Well, I'm kind of a visual person, you know. I like to see." When I used to work in the lab, I didn't like following the procedures because they were too difficult. So I just said, "Just show me and I'll do it." Oh yeah, see, they're really breaking up now. It's real soupy. See that? Ooh, careful. Don't let it fall out. Okay. So another half hour. I'll be going back in there. See you then. Ciao. Hi. It's been like almost 3 hours later. I've been checking it every half hour, but it's like you don't really want to see that every time. And all you need to know is at the end that it's time to take it out after you've been chopping on it. So it's been about 3 hours, and this is what it looks like. It's all dried out and looks kind of dead, but it's really supposed to be that way. All the moisture has dried up, and let's see. It's getting kind of late, and I was getting kind of tired of this, but that's all right. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. So now, what we do is, because of I don't like the skins, so I put it in the blender. But we're gonna have to wait a little bit, I think, for it to cool down. But you see now, all the moisture's gone, all that watery, bubbly stuff that was there is gone. So it's, you know, really chunky and thick. So this is all gonna go in the blender, and then I'm gonna pour it into these little cups here, like I did the pesto, and then put lids on them. I got them labeled already. Tomato paste 21. You know, you don't want it in the fridge too long. Anyway, or the freezer, I say. I freeze mine. I save some out, but it's so good. It's really, really good. And you can put it on meats, and I mean, when it's a paste, you can put it on a hamburger if you want instead of ketchup. It's healthier too. Anyway, I just have to tell you today what I had for lunch, because people keep asking me about the pesto. I put it on lots of stuff. But today for lunch, I had a salad made of the orange or yellow, what do you call it? Cucumbers, and Walla Walla sweet onions, all chopped up, and my tiny little tomatoes from my garden, and some cut up artichoke hearts. And I mixed it all up, and I threw a tablespoon of pesto in there, along with a little bit of white balsamic vinegar and some fresh Parmigiano Reggiano. You mix it up. A little salt and pepper. Oh my gosh, it is to die for. It was so good. I don't have a picture of it, but that's another way you can use your pesto. Anyway, I'm gonna let this set for a little bit, and then we're gonna put it in the blender and blend it, and I'm gonna put it in these cups right here. I guess I can show you that when I get done. So I'll see you in a few. Ciao. Hi, I'm back, finally. It's only been 3.5, 4 hours. This takes a while. It's a labor of love. Anyway, I put the mixture in the blender already. It's already blended. I didn't want to put you through the noise of the blender. You can figure out how to do that. Look at that. There it is. The tomato paste is so wonderful. I already been licking the other dishes. Look at that. Tomato paste. It's so good. It's to die for. You'll never buy canned or tubed again. Capiche? So this is what I do. I go like this. I fill it up, each one, and I label it, and then I freeze it, and it is wonderful. You put it on so many things, and you will never be the same after you have this. Homemade is best. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. It's just wonderful. It's so good. Try it. You'll like it.